broccoli. Got a little bit of lettuce here. What's this? Those are coming up. What is that? More lettuce. Aren't they cute? This one is cauliflower and little peas. Those ones are getting big. This is about broccoli. This one has a couple. What is this one? Oh, it's got a few. That is cabbage. Can't really see in there. And then this one's not doing anything. Oh, beets. I see one little guy. Maybe. Another beautiful and cloudy day, and it's also Good Friday, which is the last day that I like to put potatoes in, if at all possible. So I'm gonna finish doing my potatoes today. I didn't get this bed totally weeded. I'll show you. There are a few weeds still in here, but this is my pumpkin patch last year, so I'm not super worried about the weeds. I can pull them as the potatoes grow. But I was able to. I'm out of breath because it's been a long winter and I'm out of shape from not doing gardening. I was able to hoe 2 trenches down this bed. This bed is maybe 3 feet wide, and I'll put all the potatoes that I can fit about 10 to 12 inches apart down these trenches and see if I have any left. Okay, this is what it looks like when they are planted. I'll just knock the sides of the soil on top of those. And then down at the end, I have a little bit of space to do these brown potatoes that I just saved. These are potatoes that were in the pantry that have gone to sprouting. What are these? It says they're all russets. These are teeny little guys. These make really good seeds. And then these could be cut in half, but you'll notice I don't cut any of my potato seed. The reason is just because I don't want them to rot, and that is a possibility if they have an open side and it hasn't been able to heal all the way. So I usually just plant an entire potato, and it does just fine as long as it has enough space to spread out. So I'll put a few of these in, and then I might give the rest of them to Eli because he's really asking for some garden space this year, and he loves planting and harvesting potatoes. So these might be his. Here's the plot that Eli chose for himself. He has to this walkway here, this border, and then this is my bean teepee, or I guess I'll put sugar snap peas in there. So he's got this whole space. He said he wants to do some potatoes, onions, peppers, what else? Carrots and radishes. So I'm gonna get him started on that. You can kind of, yep, and you can kind of pull it this way too. Yeah, see how you're, wait, don't push them. Ah, you pushed it. It's got to stay where it was. You're just putting the top layer. You're not digging. Look, you're not digging with it. Okay, but you're still uncovering them. Let me show you. It's getting uncovered. You're just getting the outside of the dirt here, and you're covering it up. You're just putting the loose dirt on top of where the potatoes are. Okay? So that's where they are. That's potatoes. Okay. Next. Well, Eli inspired me. I'll show you his little bed right here. He has potatoes back here, and then the next thing is carrots. He did Danvers half-longs. Then some peas. These are shelling peas, and they only get about 12 to 18 inches high, so they're fine without a trellis. And then after that, he did 2 different types of radishes. One is I think it's called a red, sparkler white tip. So we have sparkler white tip right here because they're 2 days, they take 2 days longer than the French breakfast, and they're right here. And then right next to his, I went ahead and weeded this little area right here, and I did the same except for potatoes. So back here, I have carrots. I did a pretty big patch of carrots. Then I have a few rows of the shelling peas, and then about 6 rows of radishes. And if I get too many, which has never been a problem for me, I can always freeze or pickle the radishes or can the peas. So this will be a great experiment, giving a whole section to these types of vegetables, and also seeing if this little guy can do some of his own gardening. He's done it before and he loved it, and he's been begging me for a couple years now for a spot in our new garden. So this is his year. I just saw this little area where last year I just randomly put a bunch of bulbs that I dug up in the rest of the yard. And look, they are all coming back. This is the orchard, and eventually I want this to be all flower bulbs. Barely any grass, just flowering bulbs all spring long before we decide to mow. So we can just let them run wild. Isn't this beautiful? All those little muscari. Gorgeous. And then on the side, these guys are fading. They're almost done. But we're gonna have daffodils around every fruit tree. It's starting. We're getting somewhere. So I didn't get to show you tons today, but it was a beautiful day. We did get some potatoes and other little vegetables planted today, and I just wanted to wish you a happy Good Friday, and I hope you'll come back and see us soon. Bye.